So let's be honest here.
of Texas.
There isn't a way for you to stop child support. It's going to be ongoing until both kids turn 18 and finish high school. No matter how many times you call the Attorney General's office, and no matter how many times you come to court,
Crash out
the answer
incoming.
is always going to be the same. You may not like the answer, but that is the answer.
The crash out before you today is brought to you in part by the family court system. Now, guys, listen. This is exactly why when you try to involve the state or government in your child's life, your life now belongs to the state. And if you are trying to game the system, more often than not, you will lose. Now, we're going to watch as this woman loses it because she thought she could manipulate the outcome in her favor. Lesson to the wise: don't involve the state unless absolutely necessary. Without further ado,
In the name of the child or children that we are here in reference to,
It should just be Amir Horton.
in
I'm
the name of
sorry, Assad. It should just be Assad Horton.
and you recently had another child. Is that child named Amir?
Yes, that's his name.
And that child Amir was not previously addressed in the prior order. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And do you understand that today the OAG has filed to add the child Amir to this case with the other party?
I was informed, but I have stated over and over again that that's something that I did not want, and I never requested it. So moving forward, that's not something that I want to happen.
And is the child Amir the child of Mr. Horton?
Yes.
And are the parties requesting, or ma'am, are you requesting that DNA tests be done to establish him as the father?
No.
Is there any other person that could possibly be the child's father other than Mr. Horton?
Nope.
And your child Amir is currently receiving state medical, is that correct?
Yes.
And do you believe that you and the other party to this case could work together to make decisions together that are in the children's best interest?
Yes, and we currently are.
And are you and the other party to this case currently married?
Not at the moment, but in the future, we have talked about it.
Are you and the other party to this case currently living together?
No.
And are you in agreement to the father having a standard visitation agreement to visit with the children here in this matter?
A standard. We have our own visitation going on right now. We want to keep it how it is.
And what is that visitation arrangement?
When dad's not working, then he's with them. He's able to come see him.
And would you be opposed to the father having, at a minimum, a standard visitation agreement, which means that he can visit with the child per the agreement? However, if the parties agree to do anything that would make that visitation bigger or more days and more times, that would be okay if the parties agree to such?
I'm not sure I understand clearly.
All right, so you currently have a standard visitation agreement with the other child who was addressed in the prior order, is that correct?
Assad?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any specific reason why the father should not have the same with the child Amir?
No reason at all.
All right, and the state has used the non-custodial parent's income at $17.88 per hour at 36 hours a week, and requesting that the father pays a total of $251 for state medical, giving credits for no additional children. Are you in agreement to the father paying that amount for medical support?
No bumping. We actually decided, well, he's looking into, we're looking into getting the boys some insurance outside of Medicaid. I think it'll be a little bit more inexpensive if he did it through his job. So that's something that dad is working on right now. Getting them put on
this is
through his job.
important. Pay attention.
Just to confirm, the children are currently covered through state medical, is that correct?
Yes, they are right now.
And again, based off of his income, the state is requesting that he pays a total of $251, being that the parties do not know the cost of the insurance through the non-custodial parent's employer. Are you in agreement to the father paying what's been proposed to the court today?
No.
And could you explain to the court why you believe that the father should not pay insurance based off of his income?
Well, I think more time needs to be granted for to see about better options. I mean, because it's two boys now instead of okay. So the amount that you quoted, that's going to be for both children, the 253.
Is there any specific reason why the children are not currently covered through the father's employer, or you all have not taken any steps to get the children covered prior to today?
Well, it's been confusion, and it's been a lot of confusion, which is why we were waiting to come to court, because I've been trying to counsel child support all in all, but they said that can happen, but he is, as long as the boys are still on Medicaid, that he will have to still stay on child support as far as like you guys are stating, so he can take care of the medical part since they are on Medicaid.
Long story short, she thought that she can have the state pay for everything in regards to her children. But what she did not anticipate is that by putting her man up on child support, the state would end up garnishing the cost from the father. So instead of her receiving an amount after it has been garnished from the father, she just wants the children to be removed so that it can be paid for on his own policy, thus giving her more money. These are the subtle games that get played when they don't understand what can happen or do not read the fine print in state-sponsored support in conjunction with child support. By the way, I don't believe that she's currently not living with the guy that is supposedly supposed to be married to her or going to be marrying her in the future. It's just something that they have to stay in order to keep the state sponsorship.
But I'm wanting to try to see again about canceling the Medicaid and just going a different route. I'm just trying to, we together don't want to be having a state,
keep still
in the middle of this anymore. Like,
thank you, ma'am. And as it relates to the current child support, the state is requesting that the father pay a total of $537 per month for the children here in this matter. Are you in agreement to the father paying the $537 per month for child support?
I guess I'll agree until...
Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off, but they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
Until the kids are taken off of Medicaid, then yeah. I mean, because they have to be insured, right?
As it relates to the retroactive support, is there any request for retroactive support for the child, Amir?
No.
And the state has calculated currently that the father owes arrears, which are monies that have not been paid, in the amount of $28.85 for the child support, and requesting that the father pays that back at $5 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
No.
And what are you not in agreement to, ma'am?
The $28, that's what's left to be paid to Assad. For
this time, Your Honor, the state would like to offer to evidence what would be marked as a State's Exhibit 1, which is the pay record in this matter. Your Honor, can I share my screen to offer the pay record?
Yes, sir.
And I have on my screen the pay record here in this matter for, sorry, give me just 1 second here. Screen got lost there. Okay. So I have the pay record here, Your Honor, and
Can you zoom in a little more?
Yes, Your Honor. Maximize it. Can you see it now, Your Honor?
I like how smooth the Tatum gentleman just oversteps everything.
Okay, thank you.
So again, Your Honor, the state is requesting a judgment in the amount of
Your Honor, I am tired of talking to this young lady that is only paying attention with like 1% of her brain. Let's just show the evidence.
$28.85, the medical support arrears. In addition to that, relates to the current child support arrears, ma'am, the state is requesting a judgment in the amount of $1,083.06 as of, again, November the 15th, requesting that the father pays that back at $10 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, I'm not.
Can you explain to the court what you're not in agreement to, that he owes that amount, or are you not in agreement to him paying $10 a month?
I'm to him owing that amount because I've been trying to cancel child support for a whole year. So if this would have got taken care of months ago, there probably wouldn't even be a balance left. So,
ma'am, do you understand that I'm currently addressing medical support arrears in the amount of $1,083.06?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Either she's completely clueless or doing this on purpose, right? So once again, the state is trying to recover or get reimbursed for what they gave her for the child support that was supposed to come from the baby's father. And it sounds like for a year, she's been trying to cut child support just because she wants to be paid more directly from him. But once you get the state involved, there's no going back until they get their money back.
One moment.
I couldn't find the unmute button because you sharing your screen, but what number are you saying? You keep going out.
$1,083.06.
Let's move on, Mr. Tatum.
All right. And may I stop sharing my screen at this time, Your Honor?
Do you want to admit it as evidence? Into evidence?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. State's Exhibit 1.
So Exhibit 1 is admitted.
And just to confirm, ma'am, there's been no issues relating to family violence between you and the other parties to this case. Is that correct?
You said, could you repeat that one more time?
Yes, there's been no issues relating to family violence between you and the other party to this case. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You're okay with the other party having your information, such as your address and telephone number. Is that correct?
Correct.
Right. No further question for this party, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call Mr. Horton. Mr. Horton, can I get you to unmute yourself and state your name for the record? Again, Mr. Horton, can I get you to unmute yourself and state your name for the record?
I'm sorry, Eric Horton.
And Mr. Horton, you are the father of the child that's being added to this case, Amir, is that correct?
I am the father, correct.
And so are you requesting that any DNA test be done to confirm you as the child's father?
No.
And sorry, is it your understanding that your child is currently, I'm sorry, that your children are currently receiving state medical?
Can you repeat that?
Is it your understanding that your children are currently receiving state medical for insurance purposes?
Correct.
And sir, are you in agreement for you and the other parties to this case to be named as joint managing conservators, meaning that you two will make decisions that are in the children's best interest?
Correct.
And are you okay with the other parties to this case being not having any residency restriction as to where she can reside with the children here?
Repeat one more time, please.
Yes. Are you okay with the other parties to this case deciding where the children reside, meaning that there would not be a residency restriction as to where her and the children can reside at?
I would like them to reside in Texas, but I don't. Other than that, I don't.
So just to confirm, you're stating that you would like a residency restriction, providing that the mother and the children have to reside within Dallas and the surrounding counties?
Yes, correct.
All right. And as it relates to your income, sir, are you currently employed and making at or about $17.88 per hour at 36 hours a week?
Yes.
And so you have no additional children other than the children here in this matter, is that correct?
Correct.
And based off of your current income, the state is requesting that you pay a total of $251 per month for medical support. Are you in agreement to this amount, sir?
No.
Could you explain to the court why you're not in agreement to pay the $251 per month based off of your current income?
Due to the agreement of me and my child's mother, open enrollment just started at my job, and I think we have a better option.
So are there any specific reason why you don't have the children already covered on your insurance through your employer?
They were already on Medicaid, so I didn't have them covered last year.
So do you understand that Medicaid is used when there is no other option or insurance available for the children?
I understand it was an option, but at that time Medicaid was cheaper and we were going through our issues. But now at this time we worked through it, and I'd rather cover them under my insurance instead of having the state regulate everything.
And so do you know the current cost of the insurance coverage for both of your children through your employer?
$98 bi-weekly.
And as it relates to the child support, sir, the state is requesting that you pay a total of $537 per month for child support. Are you in agreement to that amount?
No.
And can you explain to the court why you're not in agreement to paying the child support based off of your current income?
Based off our current income, we've come up with a better option to not go through the state to regulate our payments.
Listen, and that's what really this is about. It's going through the state. Now, while I commend them for working it out and figuring out a situation that can benefit both the child and as well as the man and the woman, the issue is utilizing them in the first place.
So do you understand that you're currently going through the state because you are currently using state benefits?
Repeat that, please.
Do you understand that you are still currently going through the state because you are currently using state benefits to provide for your children?
No, I don't understand that.
Are your children receiving state medical?
Yes.
As it relates to the confirmation of the child support arrears, sir, the state is requesting to confirm the current arrears in the amount of $28.85 as of November 15th, 2023, and requesting that you pay that back at $5 per month until that is paid off. Are you in agreement to that amount, sir?
No.
What are you currently not in agreement to, sir? Are you not in agreement to that you owe the $28.85?
No, that's not the reason why I'm not in agreement with it.
All right. As it relates to the medical support arrears, sir, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $1,083.06 as of November 15, 2023, and requesting that you pay that back at $10 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, sir?
No.
And sir, did you review the prior pay record that was showed on the screen earlier?
I didn't see the screen, but I know my pay record.
And sir, do you acknowledge that you owe a total of $1,083.06?
I acknowledge that, yes.
The state has, the other party has also provided that there has been no issue relating to family violence. Is that correct?
Correct.
And sir, just to confirm, you're okay with the other party having your information such as your address and telephone number. Is that correct?
Correct.
No further questions for this party, Your Honor.
This would actually be at least a little bit simpler if, they went back and actually paid the arrears, but knowing that there's back support that is owed, state ain't gonna let that go. But let's listen to the judge talk about all this.
Okay. All right, so let's get something straight here because I don't think y'all understand. Y'all have involved the Attorney General's office in the state of Texas into your lives when you first applied for Medicaid for the first child. And even if you find private insurance is cheaper, the state's still going to be involved in your case. Mm-hmm. They're still going to collect child support. That's the terms and conditions of you receiving Medicaid for the children or any other kind of government assistance. There isn't a way for you to cancel out child support. Child support will be ongoing. Had you never asked the state for any help, then at that point, the state would never be involved in your case. But the state paid for all your medical expenses for your children and maybe also for the mother's medical expenses to have these two kids.
By the way, key word for state here is all of your tax-paying dollars, right? That's just to be clear, when they say state, the state is funded by the taxpayers. Let's go.
So let's be honest here.
Of Texas.
There isn't a way for you to stop child support. It's going to be ongoing until both kids turn 18 and finish high school. No matter how many times you call the Attorney General's office, and no matter how many times you come to court, the answer is always going to be the same. You may not like the answer, but that is the answer. And I don't want to lie to you, but that is what it is. You're going to have to live with that. Okay, so we're doing an order, adding Amir, establishing, Mr. Horton, that you're the biological father of Amir, government medical for now. If you want to explore health insurance, it sounds like it's almost about the same cost we're talking about here, but if you want to put the child in your insurance, you can, but you need to provide proof to Ms. Smith and to the Attorney General's office and to the Medicaid office that you have private insurance. So that way they don't have to charge you the $251. They don't have to collect that part of it. but only after you get proof that you have private insurance. If the child's still on Medicaid, they're going to continue to collect the $251. Right. So if you want to save a little bit of money, it's maybe $20, $30 difference. That's up to you. But whether you put the child on insurance or not, that's not going to change your child support number. Your child support is $537 a month, beginning next month. That'll be the new amount. You owe a little bit of a back child support. Even if you don't agree to it, you owe it. You owe $28.85 of child support arrears that you haven't paid, and you need to pay that at $5 a month. You can pay it all off if you want to. You owe medical support arrears of $1,083.06. At least you need to pay that at $10 a month. You can pay that all off if you want to. But even if you pay it off, you still have an ongoing obligation for child support. And you have an ongoing obligation for medical support until you change that and find private insurance. But again, child support will not stop. No matter how many times you ask, it will continue to be monitored through the state. It will have to continue to be paid through the state. If you pay it directly to the mother, you will not get credit. And you'll be coming back to court over and over again, wasting time, which I'm sure y'all don't want to waste your own time. I'm being honest with you. And, but if you want to fight it, you can. And we're going to have multiple court hearings until we get to this understanding that you can't change it. That's the way it is. The Attorney General's office will draft an order, email y'all a copy. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Now, in typical cases, child support can be overturned once arrears is cleared up. But my sneaking suspicion here is that the mom is probably on WIC, EBT, SNAP, Section 8 housing as well. And the courts don't care about if you guys have rectified the situation. He said it right there. You involve them and they're going to ensure that this exchange of money is going to happen until the children hit 18, as long as you're getting benefits from tax-paying dollars. But this is what happens when the thought of the ease of getting help from the state or the entitlement within that is replaced by responsibility. If you want the government's help, you are asking for a third party to control your family. And the state don't give a shh when it comes to healing of your relationship, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. It cares about numbers, debt, and compliance. That's it. But far too often, and we see this a multitude of times. In fact, I've done content recently on Section 8 housing, as well as kind of a rethinking of EBT, SNAP benefit, food stamps, but it's all within the idea that family should not be utilized as a loophole for benefits. It's a responsibility. And if you play games with it, then the system that is providing you those benefits will remind you who really holds the power. But all right, guys, I'm out of here. Drop your questions, comments below down in the comment box. Let's continue to get active in regards to this content. And last but not least, I will see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.